Right, as if it couldn't get any worse, number 3 is a medicine that can kill people. I wish I was joking. So you know Pfizer, that big drug company who's become one of the main suppliers of COVID vaccines? Yeah, they haven't had the smoothest history. One of their biggest previous products was an anti-inflammatory pain relief medication called Bextra. And Pfizer had big hopes for Bextra. As far as they were concerned, it was a technological marvel, a revolutionary class of painkillers safer than normal medicines, and of course, 20 times the price. And while that's already a tough pill to swallow, the real crime that this company committed was going behind the backs of the FDA, the US Food and Drugs Administration. The FDA had only approved the use of Bextra for a very specific purpose. But Pfizer, feeling like they had a mainstream winner on their hands, started also marketing it as a more general treatment for pain around the body. Plus, in an effort to shift as much of this stuff as possible, they started selling it at 2 times the initially agreed dosage. The result? 87 cases of severe, and I mean very, very severe, sometimes fatal, skin reactions, combined with an elevated risk of heart attacks for all patients. And so, quite deservedly, Bextra was taken off the shelves. Pfizer had to pay a $2.3 billion fine, and their subsidiary who supplied the medicine was slapped with criminal charges for false marketing and deception. So, yeah, this feels like a pretty good time to award a 9 out of 10 fail. And while we're on the topic of medicine, we can't make a list of banned tech and not at least mention Theranos. Long story short, there was a lady called Elizabeth Holmes who created a device that could perform hundreds of different types of blood tests, but only using a single tiny pinprick blood sample. It was completely game-changing in concept, because it would single-handedly invalidate all of the faff of having to take many different samples and then sending them to many different labs to undergo many different tests. This one unit would do everything. Except it was a lie. It was shown that the machine didn't work, and that Holmes actually knew that it didn't work, but had gone to an extreme extent to trick investors into thinking that it did. But it's not just that Theranos was not useful, false blood readings are life-threatening. They're the difference between getting the treatments that you need to live and not. And I guess what makes this one of the biggest tech fails of all time is the sheer fall that this girl had when the public found out. One moment she was the multi-billionaire poster child for Silicon Valley, the next she had a net worth of 0, the potential to be sentenced for up to 20 years in prison, and even a Hulu show being made just about her failure. I really want to give Theranos a 10 out of 10 fail, but the next one is just such a catastrophe that I'm gonna give it a 9.